Congratulations! Just by clicking on today's DFB video, you've already taken the best step to making sure you get your money's worth on your food during your upcoming 2025 Disney World vacation. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. Dining around the parks is my favorite thing to talk about, with clean bathrooms and the people mover coming in at a close second and third. So today we're going to take my favorite subject and run with it so we can help you plan your Disney World meals for your next visit. I cannot wait.
Hey friends, it's Bria. I don't think AJ knows I'm jumping into the video today, but I'm just really excited about the Disney Springs food and drink crawls that I made for the new 2025 DFB Guide to Walt Disney World Dining. So much so that I thought maybe, just maybe, I'd spoil one here. How about the family-friendly drink crawl, for instance? Now, I'm gonna have to be really stealthy about this because I don't want AJ to catch me, but by the end of today's video, I should be able to leak all 7 drink crawl locations that I featured in the digital guide. Deal? Deal. Oh man, she's coming back. I've got to go for now, but I'll pop back in again soon. Promise.
Okay, let's talk first about the newest resort restaurants on property. There are 3 new places to dine and drink around Disney World resorts that just opened toward the second half of 2024. And I'm going to list them out in order from most affordable to most expensive. Our most affordable new option that we're starting off with can be found at Disney's Boardwalk Inn, and that's Blue Ribbon Corn Dogs. Now, when I say affordable, I don't necessarily mean cheap. For a corn dog, these fried doggies on a stick can still be pretty steep, priced around $13 to $16 per dog. But that's because several of these are gourmet hot dogs decked out with unique toppings and stuffed with unique ingredients. They're all handmade as well. You got options like the Golden Dragon, rolled in panko breadcrumbs and served with sriracha mayo and sweet Thai chili. The Mexican street dog, made with a jalapeno cheddar sausage and topped with garlic mayo, corn kernels, cotija cheese, and cilantro. And the all too infamous pickle dog, which is an all-beef hot dog that's wrapped up in a dill pickle, fried in cornmeal batter, and rolled in panko breadcrumbs and served with a cup of peanut butter. I really don't think that's the pickle that's the weird part. The peanut butter is what really throws me, but I still like it, which weirds me out even more. Next up, we've got the newest lounge in town, the Wailulu Bar and Grill at Polynesian Village's brand new Island Tower. This casual walk-up pool bar and grill features an all-day menu for lunch and dinner with options like sweet potato hummus, spiced ham masubi, sticky pork ribs, poke bowls, and a Wayfinder burger. Wonder who inspired that one. In the morning, you can grab a specialty coffee and on-the-go breakfast pastry, as well as the pineapple coconut bread, which has become quite the morning staple of this resort over the years. Then there's the most expensive but absolutely stunning new restaurant of the bunch, the Cake Bake Shop, which is also over at the Boardwalk Inn. We've got a full review of this new restaurant over on the DFB Guide channel that you can check out after this, but just to give you a quick summary of what to expect here, this is a multifaceted restaurant that's part table service, part bakery, part champagne bar, part afternoon tea, and 100% the home of Brule the Glitter Dragon, aka my new favorite Disney character. And there's more to come. In 2025, Magic Kingdom and Epcot are stepping up their lounge game with 2 new themed lounges that you're not going to want to miss if your trip just so happens to fall after either or both of these locations open up in the parks. The first is Epcot's Spaceship Earth themed lounge, which is slated to open in spring 2025. The space's sleek look will be inspired by the stories, shapes, and enduring legacy of the park's icon, with lots of decor that draws inspiration from that unique geodesic sphere. The lounge's purpose is to offer a zen space for guests filled with rich textures and warm metallic tones to give the lounge more of a mysterious and elegant intimacy. I don't care. I'm gonna be there all the time. I love Epcot. I love lounges. Just put me in the Epcot lounge. And then there's the Magic Kingdom Pirates of the Caribbean Tavern, which is slated to open in late 2025. Here, pirates of all ages can gather and swap seafaring stories, while Barker Bird, also known as Pegleg Pete, greets guests who wander on in from the Adventureland streets. The Pirates of the Caribbean themed space will serve a variety of food and beverage options, and according to Disney, we should also expect some magical surprises. Now, if any of these magical surprises remind us of Trader Sam's Grog Grotto from Polynesian Village Resort, then we are in for a good time.
See, I told you I'd be back. So here's stop number 1 of the family-friendly Disney Springs drink crawl. I present to you the Coca-Cola Rooftop Beverage Bar, which currently has a robust mocktail menu along with a lot of unique soda options. There's even a mocktail flight where you can choose 3 mocktails to sample and seasonal selections too. Oh gosh, she's coming back. I gotta run.
Okay, moving on to the best Disney staple snack. Among the Mickey waffles and ice cream bars and pretzels and churros, is there really a Disney World staple snack that stands above the rest? Well, there's definitely something that's iconic, and that is Dole Whips in Disney World. While the most iconic Dole Whip flavor tends to be the classic pineapple, there are so many other Dole Whip varieties that have popped up around the Disney scene over the years. And in all honesty, we probably haven't even been introduced to some of the Dole Whips that might appear later on in 2025, since Disney's always coming up with new seasonal varieties for us to try. Here are some of our favorite places to pick up this fruity and icy treat, though if you want to learn about all the different locations, we do have a post about that on our DFB website, which you can find by typing disneyfoodblog.com plus all Dole Whips into your Google search engine. Okay, location number 1, Aloha Isle in Magic Kingdom. This is the OG home to Dole Whip in Disney World. Nowadays, you can grab Dole Whip options like the pineapple float, pineapple upside down cake, served with your choice of either Dole Whip pineapple or vanilla or a swirl of both, and the tropical serenade, made with pog juice, coconut soft serve, and an upside down pineapple cake pop. Location number 2 is Tamu Tamu Refreshments at Animal Kingdom. Did I surprise some of you with that? Yeah, some of you might not have thought I'd use that as location number 2, but here we are in Animal Kingdom. Yeah, you can get Dole Whip floats in a boozy or non-boozy fashion here, but what I tend to prefer is the pineapple crisp sundae made with pineapple crisp cake, vanilla ice cream, pineapple caramel, and crispy streusel topping. And here's a little hack for you. Request the Dole Whip pineapple on top instead of the vanilla ice cream to bring out more of those fruity tropical flavors. Location number 3 is Pineapple Lanai at Polynesian Village Resort. There's just something about grabbing a Dole Whip from Polynesian Village that feels right. Though I wouldn't blame you if you decided to get a Lapu Lapu from Tambu Lounge upstairs instead for something a little boozier that comes straight out of a carved out pineapple. Or even better, here's a hack I just thought of. Get yourself a Dole Whip at Pineapple Lanai, take it upstairs, and put it in your Lapu Lapu. I love this idea. Now, you never know exactly what the flavors of the day are going to be at Pineapple Lanai, but in addition to the classic pineapple and vanilla, we also commonly see lime and lemon and other seasonal varieties too. Sometimes there's raspberry, sometimes there's orange. You just never know. And while I miss the days of 24/7, all-you-can-eat Dole Whip over at Captain Cook's, I do like having the variety of different flavors here at Pineapple Lanai, so you win some, you lose some. And location number 4, Swirls on the Water at Disney Springs. The menu at this kiosk changes pretty frequently, but it's almost always serving several different Dole Whip options, including Dole Whip flights. By the way, if you're wanting to know what our top 10 favorite snacks are in each Disney World park, as well as where you can get them, go ahead and scan the QR code you see on the screen right now, or head to disneyfoodblog.com/bestsnacks, and we can send you our updated and free 2025 Best Disney World Snacks guide, complete with full color pictures and full maps that'll send you on a sweet and savory snack treasure hunt across the parks. Totally free, lots of good information in there. You know, we've been doing this for, I've been doing this for decades. So much like Spotify Wrapped, there are Disney dining places that we went to in 2024 more frequently than anywhere else because we're obsessed with the snacks and entrees there. And if history repeats itself, then you better believe you'll be finding us back at these locations again quite a bit next year too. First is Gaston's Tavern. He's not a cool dude, but Gaston's oversized cinnamon rolls, creme brulee croissants, gray stuffed cupcakes, and ham and Gruyere tart help make up for that. Just don't marry the guy. Stick to eating his baked goods at Magic Kingdom instead. Number 2, Trolley Car Cafe. You're not always going to find us fighting the crowds to get to a Starbucks location inside the Disney parks, but Trolley Car is the exception since it's the only home of my beloved carrot cake cookie, or as Disney wants us to say it, the carrot cake whoopie pie. This cookie and I have been together for a long time, like since I started this blog 15 years ago, and honestly even before that, because I've been eating carrot cake cookies since they were over at Writer's Stop when I first started going to Disney World as an adult. But we did have a public falling out for a few months there, and it was all over the tabloids. Not really. I would have passed out if that were true. There were a couple of times when I got a carrot cake whoopie pie and the cream cheese frosting in the middle was just too gummy and weird for me. But then I realized that it was gummy because Trolley Car keeps them a little too cold in the refrigerated section of the store. So if you get one of these guys per my recommendation and the icing's all gummy on you too, give it a chance to thaw out a bit before taking a bite. Then it'll be back to its usual tasty self and the texture will be perfect. Number 3, Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge. I can't choose just one restaurant at AKL. I love them all for different reasons. Boma continually emerges on our favorite restaurants lists for its buffet of flavorful African dishes featured during breakfast and dinner. There's always something you can find here that you just want more and more and more of. The Mara is a quick service that also serves tastes of Africa along with classic American options too. Now, the Mara also has a grab-and-go market area with various other snacks and desserts, including those panna cotta-esque zebra domes we bring up as often as we can because they're just so good. Plus, this quick service offers a selection of African and international wines and beers and cocktails, and even Pog, which is passion fruit, orange, and guava slushies. This is one of the only places you can get a Pog slushie these days. Now, Sanaa is a stunning table service restaurant over in Kidani Village, serving a fusion of African and Indian cuisine, all made with authentic cooking methods like slow roasting and tandoori oven cooking. But one of the best parts about dining here is that breathtaking view of the sunset savanna. Seriously gorgeous, and you have all those animals who are very interested in what you're eating. And Jiko, the cooking place, is a romantic signature restaurant with a large selection of African wines and a menu inspired by African, Indian, and Mediterranean flavors. You can find meat-based, vegan, and vegetarian meals that change seasonally here, making it a potentially new experience every time you visit. So if you're not staying at Animal Kingdom Lodge, may I highly recommend that you head over there and experience at least one of these places on your trip. And don't worry, picky eaters. I'm a picky eater too, and I still find food I love here all the time. Number 4, Cruise Cup Lounge. Did I go to Cruise Cup Lounge at Disney's Yacht Club way too often in 2024 because I still wanted to support the return of the prime rib sliders? Why, yes, I did. When Cruise Cup reopened after COVID, many of the same menu items were available, except for my one and only prime rib sliders. My heart was broken. But toward the end of 2023, a lot of you flooded our comments telling us that my precious sliders had returned, and you were right. It's a miracle. When we asked our server about them upon their return, we were told that the sliders were so popular that they were actually overwhelming the kitchen. Oops. But now Cruise Cup has figured out a faster way to prepare them, and they're still just as good as I remember them before the COVID closures happened. And number 5, the Adventureland Spring Roll Cart. Take a bite out of a Big Mac cheeseburger and fry it up and give it some mayo-based dipping sauce to dip it in, and you got yourselves a really savory snack winner in our book. The cheeseburger spring rolls have really made a name for themselves over the years at Magic Kingdom, but if you want to try a different spring roll variety, this little cart also offers up rotating seasonal options you can try out too.
Whew, sorry, didn't mean to leave you all hanging. It's hard to be sneaky. AJ's got ears like everywhere. But stop number 2 of our family-friendly Disney Springs drink crawl takes us over to Gideon's Bakehouse, which we usually recommend for their massive cookies and cakes, and still do. But today, I'm going to encourage you to keep an eye out for the bakery's monthly and seasonal cold brew beverages. Gideon's has stated that there are no store-bought flavor syrups involved in their cold brews, so all of their coffee concoctions are made with fresh ingredients.
It's one thing for a lounge to have good drinks. It's another thing entirely when it has good drinks and good food to go along with it. So let's talk about the 4 lounges in Disney World that'll give you the best of both worlds. Delectable food and drinks galore. Lounge number 1, Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge. This is in Hollywood Studios, and it gives you a chance to enjoy the fine dining featured at the signature Hollywood Brown Derby restaurant, along with cocktails or any selections from the full bar without needing an advanced dining reservation. You'll just need to add yourself to the walk-up wait list if it's open via the My Disney Experience app or in person over at the host stand. Keep in mind, all lounge openings are first come, first served, so the sooner you can try to get your name on that list, the better. Also keep in mind that all the seating here is outdoors. It is covered. There are some umbrellas, but if it's like a raging rainstorm or like a hurricane, or if it's just so hot you can't even think straight, probably not the best time to try out Hollywood Brown Derby Lounge. You're often going to find me raving over here about the famous Cobb salad, but there are reasons for that. It's very fresh and somehow both light and filling at the same time. It's going to make your tummy happy, but you're not going to be walking away miserably full. The charcuterie board is also a nice choice here and comes with an assortment of cured meats and cheeses and accompaniments, which tends to vary depending on the season. Lounge number 2, Three Bridges Bar and Grill. This is an on-the-water restaurant, literally in the middle of the lake at Coronado Springs Resort. It's accessible via 3 bridges, from various areas around the hotel. It was constructed on an island in the middle of Lago Dorado, which is the resort's 14-acre lake. Three Bridges Bar and Grill keeps things pretty casual while still managing to serve upscale cocktail, Spanish-inspired bar food like queso, braised pork tacos, and other shared plates and burgers. The robust beverage menu features specialty cocktails and house-made sangria, which can be ordered by the pitcher, or you can get the sangria flight and sample all 4 of the house-made drinks available. Lounge number 3, Geyser Point Bar and Grill. This is located near the Copper Creek Springs Pool at Disney's Wilderness Lodge and offers open-air, shaded dining with waterfront views and a fireplace for cool evenings. All wrapped up in one rustic, cozy, and altogether lovely setting. We adore this place. It's a table service lounge, and it offers more than just a place to grab a drink at the bar. It's also known for its hearty appetizers like the cheese and charcuterie, and full entrees like the bison cheeseburger. Lounge number 4, yep, you knew we'd get to it eventually. Nomad Lounge. Nomad Lounge has turned me into a creature of habit because I go to Animal Kingdom, I walk around for a little bit, I enjoy the zen, I say hi to the animals, and then when the clock strikes 10:30, I hop on the My Disney Experience app and add myself to the walk-up wait list because if I don't go here during my Animal Kingdom day, I will walk away disappointed and disheartened. Nomad is attached to the Tiffin's signature restaurant, which means it often serves items straight from the Tiffin's menu to complement those handcrafted Nomad cocktails that I can't get enough of. When I'm here, I usually gravitate toward the seasonal soup, which usually comes in a fancy little presentation where your server will put some dry ingredients in the bottom of the bowl and pour the soup over it in a flourish or something, just so you get to feel like you're getting some sort of VIP treatment. Even if it all just amounts to a bowl of tasty soup in the end, and I buy it every single time. Other options that you might want to consider getting here are the chicken wings, the mac and cheese, or those epic gluten-free churros, which are, I wish I had a megaphone for this, but I'm going to try to get my point across loud and clear anyways, the best churros anywhere in Disney World, mark my words. They're just little long pillows of cinnamon sugar goodness that come with dipping sauces that change up with the season.
All right, I'm starting to get a little braver now, so let's jump into stop number 3 of our Disney Springs family-friendly drink crawl, which is Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar. Jock Lindsay's isn't just known for their alcoholic libations, they've also got mocktails on the menu too. So you can try an adventurous concoction like the Antidote, which is Sprite and maraschino cherry juice, the Poisonless Dart, which is soda water with mint and lime juice, the Diving Bell, which is lemonade and watermelon, or Teddy's Tea, which is green tea with mint and tangerine. And hey, I think Jock Lindsay's got some pretty top-notch lounge bites to eat here too, so this still goes right along with what AJ was talking about. Yay, consistency!
Yes, we love consistency. Now, in case you're wondering, we've seen your comments and we've heard your cries for mercy in regards to your favorite Disney restaurants that just don't get mentioned on our channel very often, since we haven't always had the best experiences with them ourselves. Again, that consistency point. But we're all for a good redemption arc around here. So this year, I'm happy to announce that these 3 Disney World restaurants have been climbing up the rankings for us when it comes to their food offerings. And it's all thanks to you speaking up for them. So give yourselves a pat on the back. Redemption arc number 1, Sebastian's Bistro at Caribbean Beach. This one really got a lot of love from some of you guys, and the more we go and eat and review it, the more we understand why. Sebastian's Bistro has definitely seen some major improvements over the past few years when it comes to food quality and service. Here you're going to get a family-style dinner with items inspired by Caribbean and Latin cuisine. And while, yes, this is another one of those restaurants where you're going to have to pay a prefix price for everyone in your party, it's actually one of the more affordable prefix table services on property, starting at $39 per adult. Plus, you can get the house-made coconut pineapple bread pudding here for dessert, which just so happens to be a very similar recipe to the one served over at Ohana in Polynesian Village Resort. It was actually developed by the same chef. And since Ohana is going to put you back $65 per adult during dinner, this is a much more affordable way to get that sweet, sweet pudding of goodness. Plus, since Sebastian's is attached to the Banana Cabana pool bar, you can also often order the bread pudding over there at the pool bar too, in an a la carte fashion for an even cheaper price point. Redemption arc number 2, Oga's Cantina at Hollywood Studios. I'm not saying I didn't like Oga's Cantina before. Their drinks and Star Wars atmosphere are a ton of fun, and I go back just for the vibes and the Fuzzy Tauntaun alone, but Oga's super limited variety of bar snacks have always left something to be desired. until recently. Look at this, y'all. Oga's Cantina knew the only true way to my heart was through cheesy bread, and they made it happen. The umber and cheese roll is a spice-dusted pretzel bun stuffed with herb cheese and a thin honey mustard-like dipping sauce. This is crispy on the outside, fluffy on the inside, and while it does have quite a bit of spice to it, it's not a wild amount of heat that'll give you heartburn or anything. And then there's the Thruster roasted bantha flatbread, which is a non-flatbread topped with spiced chorizo beef and a 4-cheese blend. I definitely like the pretzel bun better, but this flatbread is still a major improvement for Oga's with lots of flavors, including hints of cinnamon and nutmeg too. While you really can't taste too much of the cheese, the spiced chorizo and tomato sauce come through in a major way, and then the crust of the flatbread itself is thin but soft, which is satisfying, yet it does make it kind of difficult to keep your toppings in place. Think New York style. Redemption arc number 3, Tony's Town Square at Magic Kingdom. Technically, we've already been in Tony's Corner for the past year or so, but I just wanted to bring him up again because it really warms my heart to know how much this place has improved in the public's eyes and in our hearts. From the giant mozzarella sticks to the garlic bread with roasted garlic butter and Parmesan fonduta to even the hearty pasta dishes, Tony's Town Square is giving you a hearty Italian meal before releasing you back into the wilds of Main Street, USA. And this is definitely an elevated menu. Is this going to be the best pasta of your life? Maybe not. You got a better chance of that over in Il Molino, New York Trattoria over at Swan and Dolphin. However, the food here is comforting, the service is inviting, the atmosphere is warm, there's definitely a little bit more white gloving going on with the menu, and the Lady and the Tramp theming is adorable.
I hate to tell you this, but I think AJ's getting suspicious, so I'll make this next one quick. Our stop number 4 for our Disney Springs family-friendly drink crawl is Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company. It's right there in the name. Joffrey's Coffee and Tea has a variety of drink options to choose from, and you can even add some Disney-inspired latte art to the top of your drink for an extra 50 cents. If you're looking for a smoothie instead, Joffrey's also has a smoothie kiosk in the marketplace section of the shopping district, right across from the World of Disney gift store.
There are some meals around Disney World that I feel need to be on every Disney fan's bucket list, just because they're iconic or they're absolutely going to give you the best food ever, or they're a combination of both. Those are the real good ones. Hopefully it's both, but I know it's not always the case. While I do recommend trying these places at least once, I'm not going to recommend that you prioritize these restaurants for every Disney World trip, unless you want to, just because they're going to be a rather hefty expense when all is said and done. Bucket list item number 1, Ohana at the Polynesian Village Resort. Now, Ohana has been a popular choice among guests and the DFB team for years now, thanks to its all-you-care-to-eat Polynesian feast served family style inside a chill island atmosphere. Reservations can be hard to make for this one, so just be sure you're booking those resis right away when they open, starting 60 days before your visit. Breakfast is a character meal. Dinner is kind of like a churrascaria situation where they're going to bring out skewered meats. No characters at dinner though, just a heads up, but you might be able to see the fireworks across the lagoon at Magic Kingdom if you happen to be dining right there around 9 p.m. Bucket list item number 2, Le Cellier Steakhouse at Epcot. If you're looking for a great cut of steak, it's hard to beat Le Cellier, which can be found tucked into the Canada Pavilion at the right-hand side of the World Showcase. You're going to dine inside a wine cellar with wooden tables and stone walls and candle sconces aplenty. Some of our favorite options on the menu here include that Canadian cheddar cheese soup, the filet mignon, and the signature poutine. The ambiance here makes it an excellent choice for date night, and the service has been consistently good whenever we visited. However, it may not be the best place to bring little kiddos since Mickey is nowhere to be found here. Also, quick note on this one, the tables are very close together. It's a really small restaurant, so just a heads up on that if you tend to feel claustrophobic. That said, I do feel claustrophobic. I hate tables that are close together, and I love Le Cellier, and I go there all the time. So that's one that the food is just excellent. Bucket list item number 3, either of the Magic Kingdom castles. When you make reservations for Cinderella's Royal Table or Be Our Guest restaurant, you'll be transported into a storybook world right out of your favorite Royal Disney films. Both restaurants have a prefix menu and a pricey one at that, and while the food at either location might not be the most memorable, the immersive atmosphere could make up for that. So which one do you choose if you have to choose one? Good question. If you're a fan of Beauty and the Beast, French cuisine, or you tend to be more character dining averse, then Be Our Guest might be the better experience for you to choose. However, if you've always wanted to dine inside the Cinderella Castle, and if you want to make sure the price you're paying for a meal also comes along with a lot of princess meet and greets, then Cinderella's Royal Table could become your glass slipper that fits. Bucket list item number 4, Space 220 in Epcot. I don't mention this restaurant a whole lot on our channel because it truly is the epitome of the one and done experience, and it's also very hard to get reservations for. That being said, Space 220 is indeed one of the coolest restaurants out there. During your time at Space 220, you're going to go on a dining adventure 220 miles above Epcot, where you'll board the Stellavator that simulates real-time rocketing into orbit as you travel to the Centauri space station hovering above the Earth. In the main dining room, you'll enjoy a multi-course prix-fixe menu with 2 courses for lunch and 3 for dinner. However, if you manage to make reservations for the Space 220 Lounge, which can be tricky since they do book up fast, you can actually order from a limited a la carte menu of appetizers, which could help you tremendously cut down your bill. The food at Space 220 is okay, but much like the Magic Kingdom Castle restaurants, you're really paying for the overall experience here. Bucket list item number 5, Chef Mickey's at the Contemporary Resort. This is one of the most difficult reservations to snag, but the reason for that is because it's an all-you-care-to-enjoy restaurant that is the only character buffet where you can meet every single one of the Fab 5 characters in one place: Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. The food is good and getting a little bit better, though I think you're bound to find better buffets elsewhere, like at Tusker House in Animal Kingdom, and 1900 Park Fair at Grand Floridian, Boma, everywhere. Anyway, Chef Mickey's is still a good time with lots of sing-alongs and parades and napkin twirling galore. Just don't come here thinking this is going to be a peaceful time away from the parks, because it gets real loud up in Chef Mickey's. By the way, we have a full YouTube playlist that really goes in depth with Disney World character dining, so if this is something you know for sure your family's going to be wanting to do, then check out our full playlist when you get the chance, and we'll make sure to let you know all the character dining experiences that we think will be worth your time and hard-earned money. Bucket list item number 6, Morimoto Asia at Disney Springs. Morimoto Asia features Pan-Asian cuisine, with of course Iron Chef Masaharu Morimoto at the helm. They also have dim sum style with small plates, meat plates, and noodle bowls, and the extremely pricey but very delicious Japanese A5 Wagyu beef. I know it can be a little pricey here, but the good news is that Morimoto Asia also has a street food counter on their attached patio with a small selection of cheaper eats that come straight from the restaurant's kitchen. Bucket list item number 7, Hoop-Dee-Doo musical review at Fort Wilderness. This is the only Disney World dinner theater on property anymore, and boy howdy is it going to give you a knee-slapping good time. This family-style restaurant, filled with endless Cracker Barrel-style comfort food, is open Wednesday through Sunday each week and offers 3 dinner shows per night. During these performances, you're going to be entertained by the cast's singing and dancing, and of course fun jokes and gags to go around. This experience might be a one and done for you if you're not a big fan of the all-you-care-to-enjoy food, which is okay, but not the greatest ever, especially not when it comes to the endless sangria, which leaves something to be desired. However, this place has been open for over 50 years, and many people come back year after year with their families because they love it that much.
I think this is as good a time as any to bring you to stop number 5 of the Disney Springs family-friendly drink crawl. The quick service eat by Manit Chauhan serves a mango yogurt lassi that comes in a cute little bottle. It's fruity, slightly sweetened, and is great to have on hand after you've eaten something spicy.
Alright, there's nothing quite like a fresh dessert straight out of a Disney bakery display case, so take a walk with me. Let's explore all the best places to grab a sweet treat together. First, let's check out Zuri's Sweets Shop in Animal Kingdom, which is the keeper of several well-known Disney confections, but with an Animal Kingdom-y twist. There are some fun wildlife overlays for classic Disney treats served up here. Choices like the elephant and monkey caramel apples, hippo marshmallow ones, cotton top tamarind cake pops, and tiger frosted cookies, just to name a few. Now let's head to Main Street Confectionery in Magic Kingdom. This place is styled to look like an old-fashioned classic candy shop where there's a lot going on at all times, like sweet treats being made in-house, frozen drink concoctions for sale, customizable popcorn creations on the rise, and lots of dessert goodies ready to trigger your sweet tooth the moment you walk in and smell the sugar. Speaking of smelling sugar, if the promise of fresh caramel creations does not entice you enough as is, then the warm caramel smells wafting out of Caramel Kusha in Epcot will definitely do the trick. This is a caramel lover's dream come true. You've got the caramel butter bars, the popcorn, the cookie sandwiches, the cupcakes topped with lots of caramel buttercream. Is it just me, or is anyone else wanting to drop everything and get a little treat out of your cookie jar? Because suddenly I have this overwhelming craving for something sweet, and I just don't know why. Now, here's something important you'll want to keep in mind before your visit. If you're having a Disney day outside of the parks, you can still pick up many of these confectionery goodies at other bakery display cases around the resorts. No park ticket necessary. Bakery display cases inside certain hotel gift shops, like you'll find at Screen Door General Store at Disney's Boardwalk Inn, or at Bayview Gifts in Disney's Contemporary Resort, often have many of the same confections you can find at the in-park spots. So if you get a hankering for a butter bar or a chocolate dip Rice Krispies treat, check out the hotel gift shop you're in and see if they can hook you up.
Okay, I think I've got just enough time to give you stop number 6 of our family-friendly Disney Springs drink crawl. If you need a boba milk tea fix, check out Yasake's selection of boba tea options. They've got flavors like Hokkaido black milk, strawberry milk, taro milk, and some seasonal options too.
And I've wanted to do this in a video for a while now, and I'm finally hijacking this script and doing it. I am supremely fond of Disney chicken tenders. Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, wherever, and I always have been. I don't know why, but one time I was giving a presentation at the Disney California Adventure Food and Wine Festival, and someone asked me what my favorite food was in Disneyland, and I got super flustered because I'm socially awkward and don't speak well in front of people, and I also have so many favorites, but I just blurted out chicken tenders. Of course, I should have said the Monte Cristo at Cafe Orleans because that truly is my favorite, but I guess I've eaten so many Disney chicken tenders that they just have muscle memory over my vocal cords or something. It doesn't make sense, but you get what I'm saying. Don't worry, kids, chicken tenders can't control your vocal cords. Anyway, there's nothing like a stack of tenders with about 5 little pods of barbecue sauce per tender. Sauce is key, but I digress. If you want to know what my top 3 places to grab good old plated chicken tendies is inside of Disney World, here's where I go. First, of course, Backlot Express in Hollywood Studios. They're simple, they're crispy, they're juicy, they're probably just fried from frozen, and they come with those skinny, crunchy fries. What's not to love here? Backlot Express's chicken tenders are downright dependable. And what makes them even better is ordering a big cup full of plastic cheese to go along with them for just $1 extra. 2, Chicken Guy in Disney Springs. You can get chicken tenders in a 3 or 5 piece count, served with your choice of their 2 specialty dipping sauces, though you can add more sauces to your order for an extra 50 cents per dip. The tenders are a bit flatter than your usual chicken strips that are all bubbled up with batter, but the breading is still light and crispy and might even be preferable if you want more meat and less batter per strip. And Columbia Harbor House. Over there in Magic Kingdom, Columbia Harbor House Hush Puppies plus Columbia Harbor House chicken strips plus a table upstairs away from all the people equals one happy AJ. While I just love getting traditional chicken strip platters here, there's also something to be said about Columbia's Trio Platter, which is a combo of beer battered shrimp, chicken, and beer battered fish served with French fries and Hush Puppies for just under $15. That is a lot of food for that price point. Not to mention, it is so easy to split with a friend. So if you want to make your lunch or dinner even cheaper, Columbia Harbor House is the quick service for you to track down.
Goodness, I didn't know if I was going to make it back or not, but here I am with the final stop number 7 of our Disney Springs family-friendly drink crawl, which is Starbucks. Okay, a little anticlimactic there, but hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You probably have a Starbucks location back in your own hometown, but if you're wanting a coffee, tea, or refresher that you know for sure you're going to enjoy, Disney Springs has 2 Starbucks locations, one on the west side across from Disney Style, and one in the marketplace next to World of Disney. I was just, whoa, AJ, hold on. We've got a video to wrap up. Don't leave everyone hanging. And food and drink crawls.
Now, if you liked that drink crawl, Bria and our DFB team of awesome book editors and writers have created even more for our brand new DFB Guide to Walt Disney World Dining. You can also check out this brand new guide filled with colorful pictures, budgeting hacks, and recommended favorites over at dfbstore.com. Just be sure to type in code YouTube if you want to save some money on your total guidebook purchase, which why wouldn't you? But also don't forget, it's 100% money back guaranteed. If you don't love this book, which I'm sure you will because it's incredible, then we will give you your money back. No problem. Speaking of saving money, don't forget to also pick up our free Best Disney World Snacks Guide for 2025 over at disneyfoodblog.com/best snacks right now. Again, that one's totally free. Maybe a good starting point to get to know us a little bit better. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.